Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Balakrishnan. I'm from East Carolina University in North Carolina. In thinking about how to describe myself, I came up with this. I'm really interested in weird birds and understanding why they became so weird and how they do that, how that works at a genomic and genetic level. So as a graduate student, I studied brood parasitic finches in Africa. So these are birds that don't build their own nest, but lay their eggs in the nests of a different species that then raises their young. And so I would like to, so it'd be cool, like, how did this happen, right? Why did they, I guess that's a good strategy, but how does that work genetically? What are the underlying genetic changes that lead to that transition in behavior that's happened 7 times among birds? So brood parasitism has evolved 7 times. But that was like in 2002. So I couldn't do that. And so with that, I turned to, as a postdoc, this lab rat, the zebrafinch. And so at the time, the zebrafinch genome was just getting started. I started doing population genetics of wild zebrafinches. And then as a postdoc with Wes and some of the other folks here, I got to be involved in analyzing that genome. But my heart is truly in weird birds. So now I've both come back to studying brood parasitic birds, trying to take some of the stuff we know from zebrafinch and apply it to this system. So as Morgan referred to, there's a lot of work on zebrafinches and how they learn their songs. These songbirds that learn by copying their parents. They learn during development. So songs innate. So what happens if you're a brood parasite and you're raised by a different species? How do these birds figure out who they are? How do they figure out, how do they in fact learn their own song? And then, like Brett's gonna tell you about in a second probably, I've also started studying white-throated sparrows. And with Wes and others, we've sequenced the genome of that thing. And why are they weird? They're weird because they come in 2 morphs. There's a tan morph and a white morph, and they only mate with each other. So if you're a white female, you mate with a tan male. If you're a tan male, you mate with a white female. I said the same thing twice. But anyway, you mate disassortatively. And so we're trying to understand the genomic changes underlying that variation in behavior. So the last thing I'd just say is that, again, people think of me as a bioinformaticist now, and Lainey comes here with like a hard drive to give me data. But I swear I learned all of this stuff just in the last few years, and I've never taken a programming class. So even though people say that this stuff is like hard, my job here is to convince everybody that you can do this. So I am not a programmer by any means, and I can analyze RNA-seq data and genomes and things like that. So that's my goal here. So, yeah.